tell you a big secret what I think about Valorant. Valorant is on the highest level is like 50% depends on decision making.
Yeah.
Not on your aim, not on like you winning duels. Everyone at the top aiming great, like for sure.
Yeah.
There is no one left who can't click the head if he see a guy.
Yeah.
What matters is what decisions you make during like high pressure moments. Do you wait for your friend to for him to be able to refrag you? Do you use your ability properly on your agent? Because Valorant is a hard game. There's a lot of abilities. You need to combine them properly. You need to know how it works. You know, you need not to waste your key abilities for nothing. You need to understand the balance, when to use ulti, when not to use. And there is so many decisions which you can choose between like wrong and right. And having a clear mind, which like from my experience comes from like having a healthy food, going to a gym, etc., is like a really big deal. It's
Yeah.
like you can go matchmaking, get like 40 frags, then come into a tournament and somehow you have 5 or even you have 30, but your decisions, it's like you're killing one, going to kill second because you're good, you're dying, your team loses a game.
Yeah.
How many times like players with like 25 plus frags lost a game?
Yeah.
A lot. And from a watch, from like what I've seen, uh, it wasn't a perfect game from them. They could
Yeah.
do much more.
Yeah.
uh,
That's
it,
true. Yeah.
and it's important.
Yeah.
Alright, so I have a few clips I want to talk about. So these are clips where you can clearly see the decision the player made, which ended up impacting the round. So one thing I will say though is that most of these clips are from very high pressure situations. For example, the first clip is Gambit versus Ascend on Champions 2021 Grand Final. So one thing I will say is that there is certain pressure that the players are going through that I cannot understand yet because I haven't been to tier 1. So maybe when I will get to tier 1 I will also make the same mistakes. So yeah, I can't really judge that yet. But still, the clips are very good. You can see the whatever mistake or decision the player made very clearly, and you can understand how it's actually impacting the round and impacting the rest of the game. So let's start. So we have Gambit versus Ascend, like I said. We have Gambit 1-0. They're on deco right now. They're on defense. Ascend on attack. So let's focus on the defensive setup. We have Asta and Cypher playing on A. He has one trap here on 3 and second trap on door. Now pay attention to these two traps, it's very important. So these are two kill traps. You don't do these traps for info, you have the camera. The camera is watching the legs of short if anyone is coming. It's a high camera and it's watching game in as well. So the attackers, sorry, again I'll finish. So the Astra is playing on green box and the Cypher is playing on garden and the other three players are playing on B. But let's not focus about them for now, we're just gonna focus specifically on A. Now the attackers, they're on eco, they wanna take A main control, they want to farm ult, so they're gonna use Gyro Knife to take A main. I'll play.
I don't think we've ever put the words
Okay, so already they stop, they took A main control, they knifed it, so it's clear, they took over. Now after this, pay attention to what Redgar is doing. So he's repositioning from green box to this position. He's playing close now. Now the reason why it's repositioning is because the enemies used Gyro Knife, so he knows he's not gonna get knifed on sight, so he's just repositioning close. But in my opinion, it's fully a mistake, for two reasons. So first of all, he has two kill traps. So you have trap here and trap here. If Redgar is playing here, these two traps become useless. Because the enemies, sorry, Redgar is gonna get contact before these two traps can do anything. And the second reason is because of range. So he doesn't need to play close versus lower weaponry, even though he has like smoke and pool, and this angle is still like favorable to him. Like still, if he is to take a deep fight versus short, and enemy has like sheriff as well, it's not worth it for him. So I would prefer him to instead play under heaven and just jump spot over the green box where he can see all him in, and he can smoke pool and anyone is trying to execute. Now after this, sorry, he's making another mistake. So you can see he's just peeking and trading 1-for-1. So this I actually don't really understand why he would take this fight. But again, it's not worth it for him. So anyways, in general, for attackers, it's always more beneficial to get trade 1-for-1, because that means one less defender stopping you at choke points, etc. It's easier to do fakes after and everything. But anyways, so he dies, he trades 1-for-1s, he kills the smoker. And he also dies as the smoker. Now, let's go back to talking about B. So on B, we have three players. We have the Jet, the Sky, the Sova. So their goal right now is to get Jet on this angle. So they want to get Jet here, so they can play one guy rotating over to A, and the second person can either play here and watch this, so he can also support market. Anyways, they're gonna close the door. Or he can just play like here, and then Jet can play here, and then the other 3 players can play on A. So that's their goal. Now, the way they're taking it, I don't really like. They are doing a Sky Flash, close B main, and they're just doing Recon outside. And obviously this is like an old clip, this is from 2021, but Valorant is still Valorant, so I'm gonna use these clips even though they are pretty old, let's say it like that. Anyways, for anyone wondering, you can actually look a lot about old games, you can learn a lot from old games, especially tactically. So yeah, they're using a Sky Flash and Sova Recon outside, but it's bad because the Sky Flash is easily avoided and the Sova Recon is easily broken. Instead, what I would prefer them to do is use just a Skydog, and then the Sova can push together with the Skydog. Look what happens. So they're just doing the Recon and Flash, and then the Recon gets broken, and also both of them left instantly. So they close the door on market, which is good, they need to do it, but both of them left instantly, and now Defo doesn't have anyone to go with him to break the turret. So this is kinda of a waste. So I would prefer him to use Skydog, and then also if anyone is trying to rush B, the Skydog will stop them, and also the Sova can follow the Skydog with Jet, break the turret, and then both of them can leave. Now after this, Defo got spotted, the turret shoot him, he's trying to take timing and repick again, but he's just staying around and dying. So that was kinda too much by him. He could have just easily, like this is 2021 where the dash doesn't have delay, so he could easily reposition to here, so he can just take a shot and dash out. This is not beneficial for him, because as well, let's say if someone comes, like let's say he was holding this, and someone comes close, then they can just wide swing him and they can punish him. Like obviously he has information that the enemy is doing default on aim in, so there's only gonna be like 2 players on him maximum. But still, like, most of these players can wide swing him. And from this position here, he cannot dash out. But from here, for example, he can. Obviously, here he can smoke himself, but still the trade can come fast enough. So it's not worth it for him. So instead, I would prefer him to hold this angle, and then he can just dash out and take secondary shot, like from stairs, let's say. He can just hold this choke point, because market is closed. Alright. Let's continue. So it's 3v4. I'm gonna fast forward. Ascender just regrouping on B. So Chronicle is using a drone for info from lane. He sees nothing except for the turret. So he knows the kill chase is sticking around somewhere. So what he wants to do is push and get an earlier info contact. So instead of getting the first contact from lane, he wants to push and get this one, and then he added one more point of contact for him. It's like the same thing if you're playing operator as Jet. You want to get the first shot here, then second shot here, and then third shot preferably like here, or maybe you up on top of city. Like there's different things you can do. Okay, so this is what he's doing. Jiggle picking, and then boom. So he sees 2 players, let's say. I think he sees. Yeah, he sees 2 players. But he immediately knows it's 40 seconds, they're on eco, they're gonna commit. So he instantly does a recon above the main, so enemies cannot push, and then Shadows, obviously the rotator, already comes. Nats is just chilling the entire round on his camera setup on A, he has no reason to move. Okay, so he's kind of stopping them with the recon. Shadows is doing a flash from city. And then Chronicle here is just chilling, taking timing. Kills 2 people. Now let's talk. So market door is closed, like I said, because they're not playing middle. Now is rotating from market. Shadows is city, Sova is stairs. Sorry, Sova is lane. Now after these 2 kills he won the round. After this swing, it was really bad swing, because now he just gave them a chance to win the round. In this situation here, if enemy wants to push side and plant, like they have 30 seconds, right? They're not gonna rotate A, they don't have time to rotate A. They do have time, but like effectively they're not gonna be able to rotate A. Let's say it like that. They also don't have smokes, because Starkson, like I said, died at the start. It's from the duel versus Redgar. So now you have 1 player city, 1 player market, 1 player lane. You have a good crossfire. Obviously Nuts right now is gonna spray to break the door. But these guys effectively cannot do anything. So all Chronicle needs to do right now, after these 2 kills, is literally go anywhere on site, preferably backside, and just stay alive. Shadows can support him from city, like he can just watch stairs cross. So let's say Shadows watching this, Conical going backside here, watching like this, if anyone is trying to jump on him, and then Nuts just breaking the door, and then he can just chill here. So if anyone is trying to go here, make a play pick on market, it's good for a Gambit because they're buying time, and then if anything is going on, Nuts can just push out, and then whatever, he's good. He can instantly support, and they can delay the bomb. Yeah, that's all. But what Conical decides to do, again, I don't know if it's because of pressure or whatever, maybe he thinks as well, like his teammates are fighting, because Nuts is spraying the door, maybe Conical thinks that Nuts is fighting. So he's pushing out, dying, so Bonko kills him, kills Nuts as well, and then for no reason they get from a good 3v2 to a 1v2 for Shados, which he ends up actually losing. So yeah, just a good example of like a small decision. Like there was different decisions in this round. There was Redgar doing whatever he was doing. There was Defo doing whatever he was doing, and then there was Conical. So yeah, all these small decisions actually ended up losing the round, which is a very important round. Like it's an anti-eco. You don't want to lose that for no reason. So yeah, that was just a good example. There's actually another example in this game that I want to talk about. So I'm gonna move to that. Alright, so like I said, this is the same game. So we have Gambit now on attack, we have Ascend on defense. Now what Gambit are doing right here, they're gonna do an A fake. And what Ascend are actually doing, they're doing a play. So they're gonna recon here, top middle. Then the Kaiju is gonna flash for the Jet, which is gonna dash. And the Astra is gonna pull a main. He's also gonna smoke mid and can try to walk up on middle. But let's play. So flash insta, dash. You can see the pull here. Now what Nuts does is this is the pull pretty early, so he's instantly running back, as you can see, to this spot where he's anti-flash, and then he just instantly picks and kills Synod because he was anti-blind, the flash didn't hit him, easy kill for him. Now, like I said, at the same time, the Astra is actually trying to push middle, but he ends up needing to cancel because of this. Nuts is using Cypher Route, so that's information for Gambit on pretty much like where everyone is playing. Now, with this skill, the Sova Chronicle starts droning, the Astra is doing an ult, and they start doing the fake. As you can see, they're starting to work on B. Now, the fake, they are pretty much doing this Astra ult. So it's an Astra ult you use simply just to go on site and just plant the bomb. That's all. You're not trying to get space or anything unless you're flashing through it, but mainly just get the bomb, get out. That's all. So they start doing this fake. Nas is pushing up with the Sova drone, he's doing a lot. Actually, we have Redgar adding a good stun on the Sova, but unfortunately the Kaio Molly kills Nuts. And yeah, the fake is sold. You can see where the kill rotated. Now again, Zeke killed Nuts, it's info about Zeke, about the Kaio, info about the Sova, because Nuts was fighting him, there's two people. And after this, Starks is actually pushing the smoke, so that's info on 3 players that are right now on A site. Conical was doing a bit too much though. The fake is already sold, he could have went back and joined this team. Anyways, with this information, Gambit know that they are playing 3v1 right now on the B side, or actually 3v0. So what the Jet and the Sky do is they use this timing to try to push for an entry on city. Like it's 3v4, they have a lot of map space, they know they're gonna fight the kill chair alone, so they're gonna make a play. So anyways, Killless should most certainly not be sitting here. There's just no reason to. He needs to sit passive and wait for his teammates to join him, but he makes the mistake of playing close. They push together and trade 1-for-1. Now from here is where I want to talk about. So, like I said, they have info that all 3 players were actually on a side, so they know they have like a pocket of time, Shados and Redgar, to choose how they want to play the post plant. So Shados actually chooses to go play on B main, and Redgar is playing on stairs with the smoke. Alright, so let's see what happens. So when I start pushing out of market, actually the Astra is doing a pull on lane if you saw, so he doesn't get peeked while they're pushing out. And then Redgar turns on his smoke, which is a good bait for Shados. Okay. Now from here, Shados killed first person, he heard Bone Cold spraying, so he's doing like only a small pick to kill him, which is really good. And then from here, he picks and dies. So, until here, these 2 kills, he won the round right now. He has 2 flashes, he's ult. You just killed the 2 people on market, so you know the 3rd person is gonna be city, sorry. And you have the Astra on city. Now for Zeke to win this round, from here he has to do one of 2 things. Like, either he needs to push site, kill the Astra and try to defuse or whatever, or he wants to push the Sky, kill him and then go to site play 1-for-1. Now if Zeke is pushing site, then that means that Redgar is gonna kill him. Like if he's pushing the smoke, Redgar is gonna kill him. Or Zik is actually gonna kill Redgar, and then Shadows has a really nice 1v1. This spike is super open, so he can just go lane, double flash, or he can go stairs and double flash, whatever, it's just really easy 1v1 clutch for him. And if Zik wants to push me in, then Gambit just won, because of time. Now, instead the Shadows just decides to peek and die, which is really bad. Obviously it's 5-12, so if Gambit loses this round, they lost the game, but regardless, you shouldn't roll this round. Yeah, instead he could have just double flashed, like after these 2 kills. He could just chill here, he can go back, he can double flash to buy time. He doesn't really need to use this Kyle, to be honest, so I would just double flash. Redgar can even go back to backside right now, as there is no point for him to play close anymore. But yeah, like instead he just decides to swing. Now the reason why I want to show this is because a lot of players do this. Like you can call this overheating, you can call this whatever you want. Like it's just a mistake for me. Like you kill 2 people, nice, chill. You know? Like again, of course, like I said before, high pressure, 5-12, maybe Shadows thinks, okay, it's 5-12, I need to make a play, we're already losing. Like maybe he's in the moment, just swinging, I don't know. Anyways, this is a mistake, you should just stay in the corner, double flash and chill. And that's all they kind of want around. He actually kills him. Like Zeke kills Shadows, Redgar is pushing out the smoke, and he wins this fight, but you can see like Zeke flicked. Like if Zeke hits this shot, they lost the game. If Zeke reacted a bit faster, like and watched stairs a bit earlier, like I don't know, half a second earlier, whatever, again, lost the round. So yeah, it's kinda like a small thing, but like a really good example. So that's all for this clip. Alright, so the next clip is actually of me playing. So this is Axolotl, my team versus WLG of Split 1 VCL Italy this year. We're defending, WLG is attacking. So this round we have Kill Shield, enemy has nothing to break it. So the call I give to my team is we're gonna play retake on B, we're gonna heavy focus on A, and if enemies are gonna go B, I want you guys to push short, go take B main control, and we can use Kill Shield on flank. Like as a attacker route, we can use it as defender. I'm gonna explain that part soon. So the setup we're doing on A is actually sick and unlucky. I guess people are gonna copy it now. But this position, Narnia we call it, is already insane. Like it doesn't get spotted. Usually the Sovas are using recon either here or here or here. So this position doesn't get spotted. This position doesn't get more lead, nothing. So it's a free kill. And what we're doing is we're putting the jet there and also the omen. So the way I want the jet to bait is not just peek and then just dash out, which is okay, because his spot is really good, but instead I would prefer him to peek when enemy is doing something. So either they are droning and he's peeking in the end of the drone, or they just start executing, he's peeking, dashing out. It's more realistic this way. It's like the same thing if you go on Haven, like, and let's say you wanna bait for Omen playing here, I would prefer the jet to play here, on this line, and then just swing in timing, try to get a kill and dash out. Because what a lot of players do is they just sit here on the barrier and take a peek and dash out, which is not bad, but I actually think that you have a out higher chance of getting a kill by just sitting here and swinging in delay, and also it's just a better bait in my opinion as well. Of course you need to wait like only like a few seconds, because if you wait too much and you're sitting here, then obviously you can die from Garage. You're gonna have alarm bot and I guess turret on B, but or the opposite, but yeah, you get the point. And yeah, so what we're doing is this bait, like I said. So Jet is gonna dash out, and then Omen can just stay there and get like more kills after. He can just pick after. And what we're doing at the start of the round is using an Omen one way, and the Kaio didn't do it, but he should have also done a knife on Amen. So pretty much we're faking control of Amen to try to make the enemies use utility. This is rechargeable for us, the smoke and the knife. And after this, we're gonna have a setup on site. So if they do go through Amen, we just have a good setup on site ready for them. So the Kaio, after his knifing Amen, he just needs to go short and focus on it, because we have 2 people controlling the A site, let's say, / Amen choke point. So the Kaio just needs to make sure that he has short for us. And then on B, we're playing retake, obviously. So let's play. Like I said, the Kaio didn't start on short for some reason, sorry, on Amen. So yeah. He should have just started on Amen, does the knife, and then go back to garden. Now enemies working middle, knife market, smoke city, they're doing a B split. Now when the jet is dashing here, we understand that it's gonna be B. We just call for them to start rotating. They are taking middle as 3, I do 1 powder for middle. And then I do second powder on middle, because now I'm not gonna need them. So I'm just doing like a little bit of pressure. And my killjoy is waiting, which is perfect. He is minority, he's the solo, so he does not fight, and the majority, the 3 players, are doing the fighting. I'm gonna talk about it a bit later. So they're starting to push out. He's chilling. And then, long story short, enemy planted on B. My boys are pushing, and then my Omen gets a really good kill. And also at the same time, my Kaio does a good knife. From mid link, there is a knife you can do like through the wall, through the map pretty much. And it lands here, it gets all of B-main. So after killing the Sova, with this knife, we know B-main is pretty clear. They take B-main control, and they're gonna use the kill shield now. The enemies use the knife, but my kill shield managed to use the kill shield before that. Now, if you pay attention, this entire time, look at me, I'm just chilling. I'm not trying to do anything on city, I'm just chilling in the same position the entire time, because I know we're gonna kill shield. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it soon. Now we use the kill shield. From here, if you look at the minimap, you can see we won the round. So let's pay attention. We have, I'm gonna call the important utility. So two jet smokes, Omen smoke, Omen flash, Omen TP. We have a fade pool, and we have Kaio, Molly, and flash. Now look, when we use the skill shield, like this, as attacker, and enemy has nothing to break it, like I said, enemy has three options. So they can either push city, they can push market, or they can push B-main. Now, this market push is not realistic. Let's say it in general, because the door is closed, so enemy needs to open the door and then go out, and then he's gonna get kill ulted. But let's say like they go out to here, then we have two jet smokes, like I said, and then like I said, we also have the Omen smoke. So Omen can smoke city, Jet can double one-way market or just smoke it, and then we can just push site and defuse. Now, let's say enemy choose option number 2, which is to push city, then we're just gonna smoke it off, and then like I said, so we have Kaio Molly, we have Fade Pool, and then we can just add like an Omen Flash if we want, like from here. But the better thing to do is when the kill shield pops, my Omen instantly from B-main, he can just TP to lane. So he just TPs here, and then he jumps down to here, he can just flash out of city, and then he can just defuse, which is like really, really good. The main thing is that my fade pool here is insane. It's gonna keep them stuck here for a few extra seconds, also they cannot hear anything. Just really easy spam for my teammates. These guys are gonna be lower HP. Together with the Kaio Molly, they're dead. And also I'm gonna have a fade recon. So I can recon in our Omen smoke, which my teammates can just literally just sit here and just spam from anywhere and just kill them for free. Or me, I can kill them for free from city. So yeah. And then option number 3, if they wanna push B-main versus 4 people of us holding them, good luck to them. So the round is gonna finish like I said. Now instead, we are trolling as fuck. So we ult, and then we are swinging 4 people, which is really bad. So this is what not to do. So pretty much what we need to do in this situation is just wait for the kill shield to pop. Like I said, they're gonna push city, so we can smack them with utility, or they're gonna push market, same thing. We can just double one-way them and go defuse, or they're gonna push B-main and we have 4 people holding them. Like even if the Kaio is gonna flash for the kill tree, like look positioning there, these 2 people are most likely gonna push city or market, they're not gonna come B-main, but this Kaio might flash for the kill tree if they're smart. But still, like we're 4 people here, my kill tree can be anti-flash, like we're gonna be fine. So obviously, like swinging here was the wrong decision, because we can just be patient and wait 10 seconds. Like they are swinging like as 3 people. The kill shield was a bit delayed because he was obviously using kill shield. So like it's fine, like not fine, sorry, like it's good that they're swinging as 3, yeah, but it's still a really, really bad mistake here to swing as 3. There's just no reason to swing at all. You should just be patient, because timer-wise we're completely fine as well. Like they planted here, this is like 25 you can see, so 40 seconds, like this is 15 seconds in. Of spike, and then you have like 10 seconds extra, which means like 25 seconds in. You still have like 20 seconds to defuse, okay? Or even like say even 15 seconds, even 10 seconds to defuse. Yeah, we're still completely fine. Like we don't need to swing this at all. We will be completely fine with spike. So we just swing here, we die. Anyways, I went around, but it just gets way too close for no reason. So this is just about decision making again. Just you need to be patient, like use the correct utility, and you won the round for free. So yeah. Alright, next clip. So in this one we have franchising Liquid versus Giants 7-7 from this year. So again, I don't really care about the round too much, I'll explain it. I'm gonna show the specific thing I wanna talk about. So Giants are on bonus round, it's 7-7 like I said. So what they're doing is just putting some pressure on A. They're doing Shock Dart and Molly together just to show presence, and they're gonna go B. Now, the way Liquid are playing, simply 3 people set up on A, Killcheck controlling middle, Viper controlling B. Just playing for info, here's a smoke on default that you can use later to delay the bomb plant. They have Killcheck mollies and they have Viper mollies. Yeah, let's talk. So now it's just getting info, whatever, blah blah blah. They rotated B, put alarm bot for flank, droning side, smoking. Okay, now let's talk from here. And Nas actually misses a molly. You can see jiggle picks and fucks it. they used Viper wall up. Now Rhyme is actually trying to force the plant here. So because there is Viper smoke, he just lost like 30 HP, if you can see, because he's going to the Viper smoke. And after this, he's also getting Viper mollied and Killjoy mollied, as you can see. So he's kind of forcing the plant too much and dies, which they have 1 minute, so he shouldn't really do that. Obviously, they're on bonus round, so I get it. He wants to take the risk, like some sort of risk, but it's just not worth it. He has the 1 minute. He can just wait it out and then do whatever they want after. Now Cloud gonna go get the bomb, but he understands that the wall is gonna go down soon. Maybe there is com for it, so he has to cancel. Now, another thing here. Safe has really good position. He's watching the entire cross, meaning that the enemies can stay 4 on B. But he's gonna make a mistake here, in my opinion. Like, he's gonna leave it because he wants to check if anyone was lurking on A, because of the pressure at start, or because he just has good game sense and he's scared of lurk. But it's actually a mistake, because in this time that he's rotating, it opened timing for someone to go back to A main. So instead I would prefer the Sky to just go back to bridge and just watch the city cross, and then he can just rotate to support like very fast anyways. And then the Jet is not gonna lose timing. So yeah. Now after this, we have a Cloud fake planting. They're trying to push City a little bit and make a play. Vitinho is gonna smoke right, so then pick City. This was a good attempt. They kill 1 person, they just get raided. So Yampi kills 2 people, Nats kill 1 player, and that's kinda all. Like the Viper wall goes down. Yeah. And then Nats can just kill the player running here, it's Cloud. And the other 2 players are just killing Vitinho and Nuki pushing. Sorry, Vitinho and Hoodie pushing City. Alright, so from here the round is over, right? So again, Giants, bonus round. Team Liquid first buy round. Okay, so let's pay attention to economy. 100, 0, 150, 100, 0. Yeah? First buy round for them. So they want to keep this as clean as possible. And for Giants, they just want to make damage. Obviously, they want to win the round, but they want to make damage to the economy. It's a bonus round for them. Alright, now one thing to pay attention to: 3 out of 8 kill shield orbs. Okay, so peeking, killing first person fighting solo, second person fighting solo, third person fighting solo, and now he's gonna die. But he was 3 out of 8, now he's 6 out of 8, then he's gonna die, so that means he's 7 out of 8. You get an ult orb obviously when you die. Credits. Let's fast forward. Look at this. We have 3.2, we have 3.5, he bought like shield and molly, I guess, smoke. 3.5, 3k, and 3.150. For nothing. The economy is bad, so they need to buy light shields, they can't really buy good utility, they can't really buy rifles anyways, like 4 people cannot actually buy a rifle. 3 people cannot actually buy a rifle. Yeah, kind of for nothing. Obviously we have Safe who can drop 1 person, but it's just kind of for nothing, like all this sort of fighting just lost them economy, lost them ult economy, and yeah. What they're gonna do here, because Nuki got to 7 out of 8, they're actually just gonna go and farm his ult on B. And then he's just gonna use it, and yeah, like I don't really care about the next round, but he went from like 3 out of 8, meaning dying 4 out of 8, to 3 out of 8, killing 3 people, dying 7 out of 8, and now they're getting orb. So it's kind of for nothing, like all of this. Anyways, they need to understand, like Liquid, if they were a bit more disciplined, if I can say like that, like they would understand, or just about game sense, like anyways, this is bonus round for Nuki, he's gonna take the fight, he's not gonna save. So I get like these guys want their fights, but if they just sit and hold their crosser for the push, they will kill him, because he's gonna push, he wants to make damage. So yeah, like if they just kept this clean right now, that means that this plus 3k, plus 3k, plus 3k, plus 3k, you know? Like their money would be chilling, like completely. Instead, they decide to take solo fights, which ends up costing very hardly for them. So yeah, if you ever get in the situation, just be disciplined, chill, like even let him save the gun, like whatever, you don't care. Just keep your own economy up, so you can start building and leveraging like your credits. So yeah. Alright, up next, good clip. We have an example of how Koi are playing the minority-majority thing I was explaining before well. So this is really, really recent, like it's, yeah, like from now, pretty much. We have Koi attacking, Heretics defending, this was Benji Fish already. So yeah, let's talk. So what Koi are doing is kind of an A split you will see soon. So they're going 3 dish, they're going 2 main. Sky actually bought a dog, which is important information. And they're using cage, they're just running up a little bit. Now they get flashed, they panic a little bit, and Shadows is actually releasing his stun. But yeah. Now, Heretics have Omen, which is important info. If anyone watched Navi or like FPX playing Fracture with their Omen, they would just play like the Omen on A main like every round one waying like 12 times. Because it's like super easy to just keep one waying A main and just hold the choke point. So, what Koi are doing is actually they're playing pretty passive because they're the 2 players, so they're letting the 3 players do the work. And then when the 3 players are ready, Starks is coming close and he's gonna use his dog. Alright, now let's talk. From here, Koi get the information like that enemies are close to him in because they're breaking the dog. They have information that enemies is close to him in, so instantly you can see Trex WC4ing his life out into him in. Now, before I'm gonna play next, I want to talk about a few small decisions. So the first thing, he's talking from here, that's completely fine. Brimstone is holding him. Now, from here, what Kellox has to understand, because what he's gonna do next is a decision of his nade. He needs to understand that if enemy is talking from here and no one is rushing, like swinging with it, then there is probably not a lot of people here. Maybe it's a fake. So it's less likely for people are gonna fight close. Because as you can see, he's like aiming low with his cursor. Like if I'm gonna let's slow it down a little bit. You can see that when he's going to nade, he's actually aiming towards the floor, which means he's nading for people to not swing. Look, see? But if instead he nades up, he's gonna bounce deeper, and he's gonna land here and he's gonna kill these 2 guys. Look, what happens next? Look what the nade lands. It lands here, yeah? But you see these 3 people swinging. Imagine he naded up and it landed here. These 2 players are dead and the round is finished. You just finished. These 3 players are swinging, you have 2 players trying to run out, yeah? Even if this guy is gonna pop flash, like doesn't matter, there are still gonna 3 people, they're gonna kill these guys. Like either the nade is gonna kill them, like when they're trying to run away, or just these guys are gonna kill them anyways, yeah? Now, Drex, double C4s, and he instead he makes a lot of info, so, sorry, a lot of noise. So look what he does. So he opens the door, he's actually taking a shot and he's chilling. Like, he's only is like half fighting, as you can see, look. So he's swinging a bit and now he's going back. He's only half fighting because he knows that he did so much pressure that the enemies are now gonna focus on him. Like, half focus on him. So the 2 players, the A main, are actually like, they turn into the majority because Tex is solo, so there are 2. And they actually activate by starting to swing. Look. So he's going in, doing like some damage, some pressure and shit. These 2 players are swinging, like Starks is actually flashing and then swinging. And yeah, just very well played by Trex to not actually commit to the fight, just make some pressure and then chill, and then call the Menta and Starks activating. Just well played by them. So yeah, just a clean reaction by Trex to double C4 instantly, and a good decision by him later to not kinda take the fight, but to just take it slow and let the teammates do the work. Right, now lastly, for the last clip, we have Apex versus Mate. Gentlemate is also really recent. And yeah, I want to talk about the decision that Magnum does and how the Apex players play the post plant. So Apex are on attack, Mate are on defense. Apex are on bonus round. So they still have really good weaponry for bonus round. As you can see, they have Phantom, 2 Vandals, and they have Jet 6 out of 7. So they're doing a default on C to take the Jet ult. Now, one small important thing, is Keiko actually peeks with the Marshal, and he tags the Jet here. Now, because he tags the Jet, okay, so 2 things. First of all, he tags the Jet, so they know the Jet's low HP. Second thing, if you say Jet swinging topside, it usually means that either he's alone, or it means that Omen is playing with him probably around platform somewhere. So anyways, fast forward a bit, they take the Jet ult. So now they have a proper full buy round. Yeah, I'm not gonna call this bonus round. They have full utility, they have 4 rifles. Yeah, I'm gonna count the Keiko as a rifle. And then they have a Bulldog, which is also kind of a rifle, but like not the world-class rifle, let's say it like that. So long story short, they're just gonna execute it. So Magnum is actually coming back to them, and the Omen as well. He's doing 2 mollies on City, and then like a proper execute. Now, like I said before, something to pay attention to. Like I said, the Jet was playing topside, so either he's playing solo or the Omen is playing platform. It's a common game sense thing. So what they do, they actually molly city twice, and the only utility they're using is aftershock on platform, which, like I said, the Omen is gonna be there. So it's well played by them, like a small thing. Sova is droning together with aftershock, but they're not using Omen flash, they're not using like bridge flashes, they're not like heavy utility in the site. They just trust the basic Valorant game, since I said about the Jet playing solo, or the Omen playing with him. So after Magnum is throwing the two mollies on City, he's actually going back to Lark on middle. Now Magnum is a real good player, so what he's doing next, I think, is actually like he thought about it. So he was doing the mollies, so enemies thinks that he's long. Now he has a turret and alarm bot on window. Like this is just a control information. Like he's controlling second mid, he's controlling window. Now actually Nathan K, the breach is actually picking and breaking the turret. So what Magnum does next, I'll pause. He takes the alarm bot off. Now the reason he's doing it, I think, is because he wants to make the enemy think that he is on C long, and the turret he just left it with the alarm bot. So he just wants to take the alarm bot back to make the enemies think that, like I said, like he's on C long. He left the utility, and now he's taking it back. Whatever. Now after this, he actually takes the fight versus a tank. He's pushing him and he kills him. Now something to pay attention to, like the way you can see a tank clearing, like it's not the type of clear that is like I'm gonna clear you and go take C long. It's like I'm gonna finish clearing middle and go garage and start executing the retake. If you understand what I'm saying. This is important information for later. I will explain it soon. Now after this kill, Magnum thinks that the tank is not alone, so he's swinging to clear. Like you can see, like he's not swinging to take a fight, in my opinion. He's swinging to clear. Like obviously, if there's gonna be a fight, he will take it, but his goal is not to get more kills. Unfortunately, there's a player on window, the Jet, who kills him. Now, if Magnum stays alive here, he wants the round, but he needs to clear because he thinks there's a second playing with him. So I'm not gonna talk about it too much. I think that if this Jet didn't kill him, Magnum is smart enough to just go back here to stay long and regroup with his team. Yeah. Now he dies. Now let's pay attention to C. So let's go back a bit. Like you see where Keiko is right now, he's around platform, which is the best spot for Jet to be in post plant, but he's leaving it for some reason. Now, again, pay attention to utility. You have Sova Recon, you have Omen Flash, you have Breach Stun and 2 flashes, and you're gonna have an Omen Smoke soon. Alright, so one thing I wanna say is that on post plant, he's using the Smoke on connector, but I would actually prefer to use Omen Smoke on post plant, not here, but actually here, and I will explain why. Because if you go out of this choke point and someone is holding you, you're dead. So you're forced to use one utility here, and then you have like time to run up. So like the utility used is gonna be relevant for site itself. Whereas if you smoke this and you just flash out, you're instantly on site already. So this is just a lot better. And he does actually the smoke here, which I think is not as good. I think this is a lot better. And yeah. So like I said, the Jet should have actually played on platform. Now the Breach has stun and 2 flashes. Now he's kinda holding his stun for CT. Like he's jiggle picking right now. Now he's holding his stun like after. So he's like kind of not sure on what's going on, yeah? Like the Jet is kind of watching City, but he's kind of watching Garage as well, like if you look here before. So the comms are like messy. Now the Omen is right now holding his flash for connector, and the Sova is kind of, I'm not really sure what he's doing, like he was checking Garage before, and now he's going to, like he's watching Silong right now. But like I said before, like the clear that Natank was doing and made, it was like a clear of just clearing middle. It's not like I'm gonna go push Silong behind you. So I actually think that Enzo should not be watching flank here. I think he should be taking the gamble that enemies are not gonna go flank because of time and because they're on bonus round. It's gonna be worse for them to just take the risk and just focus on site. Like I don't think anyone is gonna go Silong. After this, and I think Enzo is really good player. Actually tried out with him, and he's a really good player. And I think he knows it. Like when he's watching the VOD, he understands that he shouldn't actually watch flank right now. But yeah. So Keiko actually decides to swing City. He dies. Now after this, like I said, like who is watching Garage is messed up because Omen is holding Flash, Breach is holding Stun, and Keiko was watching Garage, but he was also swinging City. So this gives Takas like free exit out of Garage to kill this guy. Then the Omen Flash of the Garage contact comes in, but he's reconned, so it's easy kill for Takas, and the round is kinda done. Instead, the way I would play it is the Jet needs to just stay on backside, the Sova needs to stay and watch Garage, like jiggle pick it, and then Omen can flash off the Sova contact, Bridge can stun off the Jet contact on backside. But 2 more things. He has 2 flashes and stun. The stun is gonna come in when the enemy is already executing. And I actually think that he should use 2 flashes before that. Like right now when Magnum dies, like I think he should flash CT like once or twice. Because Apex are on bonus round, it makes sense for them to make a play. He just wants to delay time. So flash once, maybe wait a few seconds, flash again, or just double flash, whatever. Just use this utility. And also, Enzo is playing Silong here. So he has a clear vision for a really good recon round. Like Sova recon you can do, like up here. So it's gonna scan the entirety of city and delay more time. So these are like small things that I think they could have done, which would actually win them the round. So like, let me go back here so you can see the recon like here, up here. From Silong you can easily do this recon, which is gonna buy like a good amount of time as well. So yeah, just small things, but this round is kinda lost for nothing I think. Again, if Magnum stays alive, he has second molly on city. Also enemy is gonna take time to clear him on middle, which is gonna be like more time for bomb. And then the post plant on site was just pretty bad. So yeah, that's like this clip. Right, so that was a long ass video, no joke. So if you're still watching this, congrats, you're gonna play in tier 1 most likely. If you actually enjoyed this video, then leave comments below, give me criticism on what I need to do better, and also give me topic ideas for stuff to talk about. Leave a like and subscribe. And if you actually like the way I'm explaining things, if you want to learn from me, then I'm gonna offer coaching services. I can do like one-on-ones with you, I can do vote videos, I can do whatever. So you can DM me on Twitter at recently, it's gonna be on the description. I'm gonna open a Mentify page, I need to do it, everything. So yeah, that's all. See ya.